everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this Santa gnome card using stamps and supplies from close to my heart. We're going to be using the Garden Gnomes stamp set, and I'm going to turn this guy into a Santa gnome. I'm also going to use some of the gold patterns papers and some of the Comfort and Joy papers. So let's get started. I'm going to stamp my gnome on white daisy cardstock in black. I'm going to stamp a couple in case I mess one up when I color, so just to be sure I'll have all my stamping done. So I'm going to stamp these guys out. I flipped my Versamat over so that I could use the cushioned side to give more contact with this stamp so that it stamps clearly. Then I'm going to use the Merry Christmas sentiment from an older set called Say It in Style. And I'm going to cut this piece out using some retired thin cuts. They're called party banners. So I'm going to stamp the Merry Christmas in black, and then I thought I would try stamping it in New England Ivy. So I did one of each. I'm just checking to see the placement of the stamp, so I'll have enough room to cut everything out. Okay, so now I have all my stamping done. And now I'm going to bring in my tri-blend markers, and I'm going to color my gnome in. So off camera, I'm going to color him in. Now he's all done, and I'm ready to cut everything out using the thin cuts. All right, so I'm going to bring my big shot in, and you just line up the thin cut around your gnome. I'm taping it down with some purple tape. It's a low tack tape to make sure that the die doesn't shift when I roll it through. And that's what he looks like all cut out. So cute. Okay, and then I'm going to cut out this banner, and I'm making sure that it's lined up the right way before I start cutting, and then I'll roll that through. It's a little fussy because it's kind of warped a little bit after rolling it through so many times, but I made it work. This banner is really cool because it embosses the folds, and so it folds up really easily. And then the last thing, I've got some oval dies. They're from Spellbinders. I didn't have a large enough one. Close to My Heart doesn't make an oval thin cut that's this size, so I'm using this one that's from Spellbinders to cut out the gold foil patterns. Now it's time to start building our card. So I'm going to cut a piece of black cardstock at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's an A2 size card with the fold is at the side. And then I'm going to make a border of black around it. So I'm going to cut my pattern paper at 4 by 5 1/4. And this is, I'm trying to use up scraps here. So this is a piece of Comfort and Joy, and it was not quite an inch, but I figured it would work. I'm cutting it at 4 1/4 inches wide. I'm just making sure that it was cut straight originally. And then I'm bringing in some gold glitter paper strips, and I'm going to cut those also at 4 1/4 so that I can make some gold borders around that plaid piece. Okay, so now we're ready to start assembling. I'll get my card base folded. And then I'm just going to glue everything direct using Bonding Memories glue. So I'll get this down. And then the next pattern piece will go over that so that I'll have a border of black around it. Get that glued down. So all of these supplies are currently available in my online store. The URL is in the upper right corner, and I will make a list of everything with links in the description below. keep in mind that the Comfort and Joy set is only available for a couple more weeks. It retires at the end of October, and then we'll have a new book coming out. So if you like these traditional Christmas colors, I would encourage you to go ahead and make this purchase, at least of the Comfort and Joy papers. The garden gnomes are in the core catalog, so they're available all year. There is a Christmas gnome set in the current catalog if you want them more specific to Christmas. So that's available until the end of October as well. So I'm just gluing everything down, and I'm pushing that center strip of plaid paper. It's the whole section is a little bit above the center, so that there's a little bit more space at the bottom than there is at the top. And then I'm going to pop my oval piece with a whole bunch of this foam tape. It's the leftover from the shaker circles. And I'm using that foam tape. So I'm folding up my sentiment, and I'm going to get that glued down below the oval. And this is why I left a little bit more space at the bottom, so that I could have space for my sentiment. So I'm going to tack down those two folded pieces with a couple of glue dots, and then I'll glue the entire strip to the card with some bonding memories. Get that attached. I'm going to keep this pretty simple and let my gnome shine. And then I'm going to glue him on top of the gold foil pattern paper with bonding memories. And then the last step, I'm going to add some stickles. They're diamond stickles, and I'm going to paint them onto his beard. So we have a little glitter and shimmer there. So I'm just using an old paintbrush and painting out and just making a even layer of these diamond stickles for his beard. And I'll have some close-up shots. The glitter and shine looks really good. Okay, so there's my finished card. I think he turned out cute. I appreciate you watching my video today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. And thanks for watching.